Shalom, giving all praises, honors, and glories unto Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Akakwadash, double honors to the apostles and the elders, a great millstone that taught me this truth. Shalom to the elect scattered through the four corners of the earth. My name is Kodash Paya. Excuse me, my voice is a little raspy. I've been under the weather for the past 3 or 4 days. I'm now getting better through the spirit. But yeah, you have a 1.7 magnitude earthquake that hit over there in Astoria, Queens, New York, Roosevelt Island. People, residents that was around was saying that it didn't feel like a earthquake. They kept saying like there was explosions, booms and things of that nature, and it knocked out some of the power, around over there in New York, and that was a so-called just 1.7 magnitude to knock the power out like that. So just imagine a more severe earthquake, right? What are the people gonna do within those boroughs, right? Within these cities, in general, in the United States, there's people was stuck in elevators. People, say if it's a severe one, and you won't get power back on till, for example, 3 days. People are gonna, figure out how to be in survival mode. See, people are not taking heed, right? Oh, it was just an earthquake. All right, everything's good. That was more like a warning shot. Right? And then you had over there in a 7.6 magnitude earthquake in Japan, right? And the Lord told us that, we're going to see more of this increase, around the world, right? Whether it was man-made or not. And they could sum it up and say, oh, it's natural disaster, whatever, knocking down the power, just to have people feel like, hey, it wasn't the gov that did it, it was, but that's why you gotta understand problem, reaction, solution. And these things will cause, as it get in more intense, it'll cause more of Jacob's troubles to appear, right? As the beloved elder apostle Tahar deemed this year, 2024, the hopeful year of Jacob's trouble, and Jacob's trouble is referring to evil times. Jacob is the forefather of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians, which are the biblical Israelites, and you have many events that are happening simultaneously, which is going to cause, hard times for people and what's to come. So this is the book of St. Luke, chapter 21 and verse, start at 8. It says, and he said, take heed that ye be not deceived, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, and the time draweth near. Go ye not therefore after them. But when ye shall hear of wars and but when ye shall hear of wars and commotions, be not terrified, for these things must first come to pass, but the end is not yet. So we're, approaching the beginning of sorrows. Sorrowful times is coming. All right, and people are way too comfortable. They're not taking heed to the prophecies, right? Um, but when ye shall hear of wars and commotions, be not terrified, for these things must first come to pass, but the end is not by and by. And we're hearing of these wars with Russia, China, right, and Taiwan, and with Iran, and America, with these NATO countries, right? The Lord is gathering the nations over there in the Middle East, you know. And hey, when there's blackouts, power outages, a lot of things are preserved, refrigerated, like food, medicine, um, um, gas stations, run by the electricity. So that'll disrupt people's daily routines. All right, and people's routines is about to be disrupted, man. All right, it says, all right, real quick, St. Matthew 24:6, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass before the end is not. Slack it. But the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. All right, so famines, pestilences, those are coming. All right, people in America, Babylon the Great primarily has not experienced the severity of really starving. I mean, cities, states under hunger, like major plagues. Like, this is what's coming. Neighbor against neighbor, invading one another for the lack of food, for the lack of necessities and commodities. The beginning of sorrows. Right? And this is Slovakia. We're experiencing these the beginning of sorrows, like a woman in travail. The scriptures give an example of a woman that's about to give birth. She knows the the time, the ninth month, before that she goes through those birth pains, trimesters, and just like the prophecies, they happen, things quiet down, then certain things happen, and then it starts to happen more frequently, right? And it gets more intense and then more intense to where all right, now things is about to, really hit the fan. And it's all leading up to Jacob's troubles. All right. Second Esdras 8. And verse 56, for when they had taken liberty, they despised the Most High through scorn of his law and forsook his way. Right? So people have the liberty to get right now, but they despised it, the laws. They're not taking heed. Matter of fact, 2 Esdras 9:9, then shall they be in pitiful case which now have abused my ways, and they that have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in torment. For such as in their life have received benefits and have not known me. They don't know the Lord, man. They think God is all love. The Lord is the one that's bringing these wars, famines, plagues, right? Death. Because all of that is in the power of His hands. See? But such as in their life have received benefits and have not known me. People, they feel like they're in a beneficial case, working and, their bank account. Hey, that's another thing. These banks is about to collapse. Right? A lot of people's going to end up homeless real soon. The way the price is about to skyrocket. You know, it's going to be hard for you to really live by yourself. Right? People receiving these benefits and from the government and, they feel secured. Right? But that's when they're going to get caught like a thief in the night. And they that have loved my law while they had yet liberty, and when as yet place of repentance was open unto them, understood not, but despised it. Right? And that's the actions of these people. They say they love the Lord, but their actions show differ. So when Yahushua really comes back, when all these things really hit full throttle, people are gonna start calling on God and these other names. The Lord is not gonna hear you. We could close off on Jeremiah chapter 30. And verse number 6. Right? It says, ask ye now, and see whether a man doth travail with child. A man doesn't travail with child, right? But things are going to happen to where, men are going to be afraid, in pain. And so imagine women, the children. See? They're going to need a man of the Lord on that day. Because a regular nigga out here that listen, just trapping and put their faith in weapons, and that ain't going to save you. It says, whether do I see every man with his hands on his loins, as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned into paleness. Right? So a man grabbing his sack, like going through some trouble sometimes, because that's where we're heading to. Lamentations, mournings, and woes. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. So the elect is going to be saved out of these tumultuous times that we're heading to, right? Scripture say, my servants shall eat. But these people, they're living it up, worshiping these wicked ass days and things of that nature. Well, there's a consequence to it. People think the Lord just fell asleep and forgot all the wickedness that's going on. The Lord don't sleep, man. His angels is around constantly beholding the good and the evil. And the angels of the Lord encampeth around them that fear him. People don't fear the Lord. Therefore they don't respect him. They don't respect the words. But they're going to have a rude awakening real soon. For it shall come to pass in that day, saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts, that I will break his yoke from off thy neck, and will burst thy bonds, and strangers shall no more serve themselves of him. Alright? But they shall serve the Lord their God and David their king, whom I will raise up unto them. Hey, there you go. The Lord is building up the house of David right now by using his men. Alright, I mean, that's pretty much it on that. And then you have over here this a car that crashed over there in Rochester, being investigated as a possible T incident. Right? Another one. Right? Like DJ Khaled said. But anyway, let's play it real quick. That's what they found in the car. They said it was like multiple explosions, I think. It was into an airport where they went to the SUV that was involved in the incident. It says he suffered life-threatening injuries during the crash, according to the USA Today. Yada, yada, yada. But, yeah. So, it says... Hold on. Alright, so it says the investigation is being led by the Joint T Task Force, although authorities do not yet know whether this was in fact a T. The location of the crash near city's Kodak Center, which was hosting a concert, has added to the speculation that it may have been connected to a T effort. Alright, so just whether it really wasn't, the point is that they're pushing that vibration out there, you know, and they can link up certain people that speak in truth with the TERR, right? And possibly incarcerate them. So it's why we can't be ignorant of Satan's devices, you know, and it's why we gotta watch and pray and know what to watch for, so you won't get caught slipping. Alright, so seek ye the Lord while he may be found. Call upon him while he is near. With that, shalom.